everybody. I'm Julianne. We're the Reese family. This is Crystal. This is Angela.
And we're going to show you how we make our boards.
What boards are you going to be making?
Mickey Mouse boards.
What do they look like?
That.
So here's the little pins that we made. You can see on the front they've got some LEDs. On the back we've got a battery switch and a little microcontroller, and say they're a gift. Go ahead and turn it on here for you. You can see the eyes wig-wag back and forth, and if you stare at it long enough they'll go solid for a few seconds, and then it's got some little sparkles there. So the question we get asked a lot is, how did we do this? How did we pull this off? So here it is in CAD. So I'm going to go ahead and open it in CAD, and I'll turn it on layer by layer so you can see each layer. So the first one I'm going to start out with here is the dimension layer. That's the shape of the circuit board. So you can see we've got our Mickey shape there, and so that's how the circuit board will be cut out. I'll go ahead and turn on some more layers here. Turn on the top layer. So this is the circuits on the top that you'll see. So you can see our wiring traces there, and some other things. Go ahead and turn on the bottom layer just so you can kind of see it. There we go. And you can see the bottom layer. That's on the back side. We'll get to that in a second. So then we'll go ahead and turn on the silk screen. This is where the magic happens. This is where we put Disney Wonder, October 2018, Halloween Cruise to Cabo. And then I went ahead and did some artwork. You can see the eyes. You can see the LED pads for the LEDs right in the middle of the eyes, as well as putting some resistors there in his smile. Those were needed components. So now I'll show you what the back looks like. Turn on some layers here for the back. This is what the back looks like, but it's in mirror image. But you can see that's where I put the microprocessor, the battery, and the switch, and the little text that says it was a gift from us. So that's what that looks like. And then if we go back to the front, that's basically all of the layers turned on all at once. So that's how we accomplish that. Here's our boards, fresh from the factory. Designed these up in CAD and then had them made by our factory in China. But they have no parts on them yet, so we're going to add parts to them. So Crystal here, say hi Crystal.
Hi.
She's in charge of our solder paste. We use an all lead-free solder paste. Well, there's one of his eyes. Wouldn't be complete without a dishwasher noise in the background. Alright, and now this board is ready to move on to our next station.
Hi, I'm Angela, and I will be putting the resistors on. Okay. These go on his teeth. Doesn't have to be perfect.
No, it'll set itself.
But I have to get them on correctly. These things are tiny. Now I will be doing his eyes for the red LEDs.
Yeah, facing the right direction.
They have green right there.
Okay. I blame you if this one's wrong.
Half. So why do they need to be pointed to the left?
Because LEDs have polarity. They can't be put on backwards or they won't work.
Interesting.
That's supposed to be an eye.
Oh.
That one's red.
There.
There we go. Okay, want to grab some yellows?
Oops. Yeah. Which ones?
That's them. And 3 yellows.
Yellow. So 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure. Yellow one goes on there. Ah. Okay.
Alright. This one will come over to the soldering station for this side.
Hello, I'm the wife. I'm going to heat these up so that they stay on as soon as temperature shows up.
Okay.
Hold on.
Here's the back 15. Tweezers to flip him.
And it's stuck to me.
I'm sure it'll get better after you do 90 of these.
I'm sure it will too.
It's gonna blow around extra easy, so be careful.
There you go.
Okay, so now we need to do the other side of this board. Now we need solder paste for our microcontroller, our power switch, and our battery holder.
So what's this one?
That's our microprocessor. Mm-hmm.
That.
Yep.
Then we do this one.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is?
That little switch.
It's a tiny switch.
Yep.
Could that go across too?
Yeah, that should work.
And then we do that one.
Mm-hmm.
And do I put any on this one or no?
Nope. That's it. Okay, next step is to program the little microprocessors. Try the other end. We're going to take a couple out here and put them in our programmer. And we'll take you over to the laptop and put software on them. Yeah, push those outside down. There you go. Push it down. There you go. There we go. And we'll bring that. You got it? We'll bring that over to the software. Okay, so now we've got our software station here. We've got our little programmer plugged into our laptop. And we can see our cruise code, as I call it, the software that I've written to make the LEDs do what we want. So the first thing we need to do is burn the settings to the chip. So I'll go ahead and burn bootloader. There we go. And we're ready to upload. Then we will upload that code. You can see this thing should flash. There's flashing somewhere. And it is done. So now this chip is ready to be soldered onto the pin. Right, back at our solder station. Need one of those little microprocessors there. Hot off our programming. And here's our little switch. Ready for some heat. There we go. This one is ready for a battery and ready for testing once it cools. Alright, now our board is cooled, ready to add our battery to it. Just slide the battery in the back there, just like that. Click the power switch on, and there it is. That's it. Later on, we're going to add a magnet to the back of it. We'll glue a magnet to it, and then have another magnet that kind of pinches the clothing so it's magnetically held onto you. And then the little hole at the top is for a lanyard. So you can put it on your lanyard however you want. That's how they're made. Only 89 more to go. Here's a tray of a bunch of them all ready for packaging. And so that's basically how we did it. Here's the printer, printing off all the labels for all the bags to put them in. So if you're lucky enough to get one, I'm sure you recognize this label. So that's how it was done. We hope to cruise again, and thanks.